This is Patricia Barnes. Her body was found on August 25th, 1995 in Washington State. The sheriff's office deputies and detectives responded after a passerby found human remains in a ditch alongside the road. Patricia had been shot twice in the head, found without clothing, and partially covered by a sleeping bag in the ditch. Her pink curlers were found near her body, however, her clothes were never recovered. This was quickly ruled a homicide, and about 130 individual evidence items were collected at the scene where her body was located. Detectives published an artist's drawing of a person of interest last seen with Patricia. However, they were not able to identify him at the time, and unfortunately, the investigation stalled and became a cold case. Detectives decided to reopen the case in 2018 and sent the physical evidence to Washington State Crime Lab as well as 2 private forensic laboratories in Texas and Florida for DNA testing. One of the labs was Othram Labs, which I've talked about on here many times. Othram was able to use a cigarette butt left at the scene to identify the man that they believe shot 61-year-old Patricia. Also, DNA collected from her body as well as from the sleeping bag matched this cigarette butt, and they knew that they had their murderer. Douglas Keith Crone, he would have been 33 at the time of Patricia's murder. He had an extensive criminal history, including 5 felony convictions. However, Douglas would never be prosecuted for his murder of Patricia because he died in Arizona in 2016. This is a side-by-side with the sketch and the perpetrator. I feel like the witness did a pretty good job of describing who they saw with Patricia. I am so glad that this is no longer a cold, unsolved case and that DNA was able to solve this crime. And I do hope that Patricia is resting in peace.